live with
Hi.
on Sunday evening, afternoon. We have an exciting one today because we had a 1 week Move More challenge. Some of you were part of that. And we are going to do the drawing live for the winner.
The winner gets this.
The mug. Yay. It looks
It
beautiful.
says movement moments on it. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah.
I know it's all backwards here. That's exciting. So we just wanted to wrap up. Really proud of my mom. I want to just introduce, first of all, if you haven't been watching us, we go live every Sunday, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And my mom is the founder, creator of Movement Moments. And so, Mom, you want to just share a little bit about that if people are jumping on for the first time and have not watched this before. And we've been having a lot of fun over the last couple months with this, and this challenge that just ended today for the last week was super fun. I have a feeling we'll do it again. And just share a little bit about Movement Moments and what you do.
Okay, so I've always been interested in movement, and I started collecting movements from people in what's called the natural movement space, which is moving the way your body's supposed to, and the way we so often do not in our sedentary culture, because we sit so much, and because we look at our phones so much, and because we expect to get less mobile as we get older, which we don't have to do. And so as I got a little older and older, I decided I did not want to get less mobile, and so I started working on that, and I realized that there are these great movement moments, as I call them, where you can fit into your life without taking any extra time. You're standing in line anyway, or you're walking somewhere anyway, or you're listening to somebody on the phone with your hands free anyway. So there are these moments where you can watch television anyway. You can use those moments to move yourself and have very, very salutary effects and long-term effects. So that's what movement moments are. And my daughter encouraged me to go live, and we started doing this in early November, and it's been a lot of fun. So
because you have a wealth of knowledge from years, decades and decades of experience. And we have these conversations all the time on the phone, and she's always giving me tips, and I give her tips. And so I just really, hey, Maxine, how are you? Maxine was a challenge.
Hi, Maxine.
And so it's just fun to share. We have a lot of friends of all different ages. And one of the things that we're both passionate about is moving, and it's never too early to start. Aging backwards is a real deal. We are on the trail.
Never too late to start.
Or early.
Or early. Well, that's right. Yes, no matter how young you are, it's never too early to start, because even though you're young, you are getting older every day. We know that, right? So
yeah, and I think there's a lot of young people that have a lifestyle that they don't even realize is causing them problems until later. And so what they're doing, if you can become aware of what you're doing earlier in life, it saves you a lot of headaches later on down the road.
Exactly.
If you can become self-aware and actually change some habits. So today we're going to do the fun stuff. Hey, Katie, how are you? You guys it's so fun to see you all on here. So we're going to do the fun stuff first because we like prizes. And I'm sure if you were in the challenge, a little bit about the challenge. Mom, you want to give an overview of the challenge? If people are watching and we're not in the challenge, just tell them what it is a little bit.
Sure. We started it last Monday. So this is the 7th day. And you got an email in your inbox every morning with a movement moment to try and ways to try it. And then we got a membership group that you were invited to join if you were in the challenge. It didn't cost anything, but you just had to affirmatively say, yes, I'm there. Yeah. And so they'll be posting with a little bit more information about that movement moment that day. And then people would post how they were doing if they had any questions. And so we had this back and forth, and we got our little community going, and it was really fun. And it was fun for me because let's face it, it pushed me to put things down on paper and actually explain it. I've been explaining all these things for a long time, but this was the first time that I had to put it in a format like an email or a Facebook post. And so it was good. It was a lot of fun. And it really showed how much, I did a little more research of the things that I was working on, and I learned a lot as I went along. And it's really remarkable how there's so much out there. And I feel like I have, I can do a service because I like to spend my time, some people watch viral videos of cats or something like that, or Bernie Sanders sweatshirts. We're from Vermont, so we know Bernie. Mittens, right. But anyway, I spend any of my wasted, quote, procrastinating time looking at movement videos and ideas about what to do if you've got a sore shoulder or a knee or a hip or whatever. And so I feel like I can distill a lot of that and share it out. And that's what Movement Moments is doing. And so that's what we did in the challenge. And it was a great group. I want to thank every one of you. It was so much fun sort of getting together with you and sharing these moments.
Yeah, it really was. It was fun to see how everybody used them. And so we are going to draw for the prize. Anybody who commented throughout the week got an entry every time they commented into the prize drawing, and a couple bonus entry options through the week. So we have it in a wheel. Wait, this is always backwards, so I have to show you. Oh my
Wait, move it just a little bit more to your whatever side that is.
Well, it's opposite. Hang on. I got to move this light. Here we go. Because the light's reflecting. All right. So we're going to tap, tap, tap.
The wheel picks the random, right?
Yeah, it's random. And
oh, that's cool. It's a cool app.
Yeah, so
little music, please.
Drum roll, please. Okay, we see somebody. Congratulations to Maxine Carbonneau. Yay.
Maxine. Okay, well, there you are, Maxine.
Oh my goodness, it's so hard to do that. I'll screenshot it right now, and I will post it in the challenge group. And Maxine, since you live fairly close to my mom, she can deliver it, or you can meet up.
Right. Yeah, right? That's right. Hey, it saves me shipping.
Yeah, drop it in the comments.
We'll direct message about this, Maxine, on how you can get it, right? That's great. That's so cool.
You guys can meet up or do whatever and get that. So I'll post it. So congratulations to Maxine. Sharon, thank you so much for tagging out all these people. And Katie, yes, you got to watch her live. It's so fun. Thank you guys for jumping on. And as Sharon is great at doing, thank you, Sharon, so much for all your support. Tag people that you think need to see this, hear this, and it is public and you can share it.
Right.
We can't stress enough. I actually recently, Maxine said, that's beautiful. Thank you. And we thank you for your participation. It's so much fun giving fun prizes away. And so what we thought we'd do today, we have just a few more minutes here, is highlight some of the favorites from the challenge. Okay, so my mom's just going to go through a few favorites. Pretty much there was a favorite on every day because everybody's so different, right? But the bottom line is we all can benefit from all of this. So take it away, Mom. What are some?
Yeah, it was so great. We asked you today to say which your favorite was and how you used it. And it turned out that I thought, well, maybe one of them would win, but one of them did not win. Lots of people love the head ramping, where you're always got your forward head and you're leaning forward. And if you stand up straight, but don't lift your chest, you stand up straight and you elongate the back of your neck and push your chin in. It feels wonderful and it engages those muscles at the back of your neck. And it's an antidote for, the tense neck that we all have. And it's so easy to fit in. I mean, it's so obvious. You can do
it driving in the car. You can do it sitting at your desk.
While you're watching something, while you're looking at your phone. And one person said that it showed them that they could actually sit and use their phone a different way too when they're on their phone, that they don't have to be leaning over that way. So that was good. So it's got a ripple effect. As Robin said, when you become aware of what your body's doing when you're doing other things, it makes a huge difference. And along that line, the standing on one leg thing, which is you stand on one leg, but you don't lean over to one side. Instead, you push the standing leg down and you make sure that your hip is working, and then you stand on one leg. Lots of people found that really useful. And again, the comments were things like, now I can feel, where my center of gravity is supposed to be, and how I was always leaning over like this, even when I was standing on two legs. And that's really not the way we're designed, because we're so sedentary. We stand, if we're not sitting, then we're standing a lot without moving, because we've kind of outsourced all our movement. If someone else is doing it, we're not getting up to change the TV or whatever. Okay, so that's that one. And the rolling the ball on the feet, everybody loved that. I mean, I don't have to show that, but basically giving your feet some love makes a huge difference. And I hope that people tried that before and after check-in, where you look back as far as you can go and pick a point on the ceiling where you can see, and then you roll your both feet, and then you look back, and you would be amazed at how much further you can.
A quick story about that. When we first shared the rolling the ball, we did our episode on here live on a Sunday of rolling the ball. And I got committed to, all these things, you're supposed to do. And sometimes you let them go. And I started doing it again. And my shoulder was significantly better about 3 or 4 days later from ball work on my feet. So
it's so incredibly connected. And you send, the whole system is so connected. And if your feet are in a better, more mobile, they're meant to be without shoes and to work. I mean, you've got 26 bones and, all those joints and everything in the feet. They're not there because they're meant to be shoved in shoes all the time and not working. They're meant to work. And so when you mobilize them, it gets your whole body, makes your whole body better.
Right.
Yeah. And I think
so you said about reaching up overhead.
Oh, right. Absolutely. Yeah. Several people mentioned that you just, we just don't reach up enough. And as we get older, people just expect that they can't, that I can't get my arm up. And one person said, their shoulders are so tight and they had an injury. Well, you got to be gentle. If if it's hard for you, don't try to force it, but just do it. And just every time you walk through a doorway, just see how high you can get, or just hit the side, or however far you can get. But the more you move in that direction, the joints will get lubricated. And so you'll be able to do it more and more. And it's important that we keep that mobility.
Yeah,
we'll have less pain.
Right. And one thing that I really want to stress, Katie, I did see you say, you tell your husband to do that. It's so true. We can see it in other people so easily. The trick is feeling it in our own bodies, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But one thing I want to emphasize that you say all the time, motion is lotion. I love that. But it's so easy when you feel something hurting you.
Yes.
To stop. And obviously, like you say, you don't want to push it past the point where you're going to do more damage. But if all my animal friends on here, when you have a horse that you're warming up, they might be a little stiff, but you got to warm them up, and you're like, oh, they'll get better because they loosen up and they warm up. Well, our bodies are the same way. We just don't push ourselves the same way we do our animals sometimes. So we need to really be conscious and have a little bit. I mean, obviously, like I say, don't cause an injury. But a lot of time we shorten our range of motion dramatically by the fact that we say, oh, I can't do that. And then we move it less. And then we've decreased our range of motion. And it is a positive cycle in negative cycle, but positively decreasing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, if you favor something, right. If you're favoring something and not using it, and it's tremendously empowering when something bothers you, not to be afraid to move it. I did that with my hands. My hands were starting to bother me more and more. And it's like, oh, I can't lift this and I can't squeeze that. And I did the opposite instead. And I pushed more, with the opening up and closing very tightly. And I do other hand exercises. And I had a wrist problem. And it was amazing. The thing that made the wrist get better was engaging the muscles in the wrist in the right way. And that's tremendously empowering. You say, oh, I hurt my ankle. I can't walk. Well, everyone who's ever had an ankle injury in recent years, it used to be different. Years ago, they would have you immobilized for a long time, and medical science realized that was the wrong thing. That you, as soon as possible, you get on, you move it. You don't move it that it hurts a lot, but you move it enough that it gets going. So
right,
yeah.
It's so true. And so we want to encourage you to move. And here's the other big thing is it doesn't have to be massive motion with big weights. We always think about exercise and we think, the best workout, if you're not doing anything, the best thing for you is just to let your body be your gym and your weight in the outdoors. And so just start moving it, because your body itself can have plenty of resistance within it. And so
yes,
you don't have to change your mindset of having to have this huge gym or this big ordeal. You don't need any weights. And all these little motions that my mom's been talking about are just using your body, but actually moving them. And Louise, I see you on here too. I'm so glad it's helping. It's so important because we overwhelm ourselves and we stop because we think, well, I have to do all this and I have to do all that. These are simple. That's what I love about them. You can do them anywhere. And I can tell you, since we did our one about standing on one leg the first time, I've been standing on my leg a lot, and it has really changed my hips. And I've had hip issues for years. So,
well, if you think about how many repetitions, you might not be lifting heavy weight, but listen, half your body weight, for a person, that's a lot of weight to be lifting. And that's a lot of weight. Your hips are designed to carry it, but that's a lot of weight, and it's a lot of repetitions if you're doing it all the time. And so, the other thing is, that you don't have to take all, you go, oh my God, they're all great. What do I do? I'll never remember them all. Take one. And we showed 6 of them because we were doing a challenge for the whole week. But if you take just one and commit to doing that one and focusing on it for a week or 2 weeks, it will become a habit before you know it. Like I'm never standing at the sink or the counter without doing something on one foot. I mean, I just always do. I lean forward, I kick one foot out, I kick one foot back. It doesn't even matter, as long as you make sure you're not leaning over on the hip, that you're actually using that hip in the way it's supposed to. And it does change your hips. It's actually more work than going and doing 10 minutes of a hip exercise in the gym.
Right, it's true. So that's great. There's always so much good stuff, and we really love seeing everybody jump on here, and it's just fun sharing all this stuff because it's something that we've been working on for years. And like I always say to my mom, why did it take us this long, right, to get it out here?
Yeah, but so keep coming back every Sunday. We're going to be doing it, and there'll be more to come. We're cooking some things up.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And I will just add really quickly, this is I've had quite a few people ask me for more workout videos. We're both personal trainers. I used to do more videos, and I kind of have gotten away from it. It's winter, but I'm going to kick off Workout Wednesday. I'm going to do a live, and it'll be a edition. And so you're going to start to see more every Wednesday. I'm going to go live with my Wednesday workout videos.
And this will be on your personal Facebook page, Robin, or YouTube, or where?
Live, and they will be practical stuff you can do outside, anywhere. You don't need a special gym, but workouts that are duplicatable. So it's fun. It's what I do every day. So even though it's cold out, I'm going to have to figure out how to get my phone to cooperate with the battery, and they're quick and they're fun. So you can look for that. I'll post about it, but you can join me on Wednesdays for Workout Wednesdays if you want to.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Mom. This is fun as always, and great to see everybody on here. Share it out if you guys feel like somebody needs to move more. And if you think of somebody.
We'll be here next Sunday again.
Yeah, we'll be back here, same time, same station. So thank you all. Great to see you as always. Bye.